Hey you, Maria Horstman, your health and wellness and fitness consultant at bfabbu.com. I'm super excited to be sharing this message with you today, especially if you're a busy professional, if you have a very stressful lifestyle, if your career is growing and growing and you feel like you got to be on the top of the world, and you are on the top of the world, except that the stress has been taking a toll on you, or you work in a very competitive environment. Stress is part of our lives today, and it's really a silent killer. This message and this story that I'm about to tell you is real. This happened, and I really feel like it's adequate for me to share with you, because you deserve to also get this wake-up call. That's what I'm calling this, with you here today. A few weeks ago, I was invited to speak to a group of executives of a large organization here in Atlanta. They're a worldwide organization, headquarters here in Atlanta. And of course I said yes, and it was right up on my alley. They wanted me to speak about the benefits of doing exercise, but short periods of short length of exercise, and also do kind of run a live exercise session with them. And I says yes. And as you know, I come from the corporate world. I work directly under CEOs, CFOs, and it says I love being in this environment, and so I vibe on it. And we had a great time. It was really fantastic. I got to mingle with those folks beforehand, and I talked about the science of exercise from a growth hormone perspective, what kind of exercises are best to ignite the best our neurotransmitters in the brain, which keep us sharp, attentive, release anxiety, and so on and so on. I spoke a lot about that, brain health, which leads to eventually all health. Look, as a health coach and fitness coach, my goal and my mission is really to influence your choice and your choices regarding your life and about your lifestyles, and ultimately is to help you to make better decisions regarding your nutrition, about your stress, about your sleep, about your exercise, about your mindfulness, and all those things that impact the quality of life. So it could help extend the quality of your life for the better, and also to give you mobility, to have more joy as you age beautifully, as I call, right? And ultimately, it can also save a life. Just like I transform my life, I'm in a mission to transform your life and people's lives, okay? So anyway, this session was fantastic. I loved it. I spoke to them. It's mostly men. There was about 50 people in the room. And I want to say that about 80% or so were male, and in the age between mid-40s to the 60s. And most of them were exercising 3 or more times a week, which is fantastic. It kind of makes sense for executives, right? Because part of the brain health and part of what exercise does is brain health. It is to ignite neurotransmitters in our brain, from serotonin, dopamine, GABA, glutamate, and many others, BNDF, and so on. So gives us that empowerment, allow us to control anxiety, help us to overcome and minimize the stress, and so many other benefits. So I spoke all about that. They truly appreciated, through a message the HR sent me later, this kind of talk, because they all learned something. So part of this fitness that I did with them, I says, okay, we're going to separate in groups. I put them in groups and in circles, and we're going to do tabaras, which are kind of 4-minute a workout, and is broken down into 8 sessions of 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. And I said, folks, we're going to do some squats here today. So we're going to do body weight, and you're going to be able to see the benefits of short exercise, and that can be done. So we got it going, folks. I was in the round, I was in the circles, and motivating these people to keep going, but also to watch their breathing, to pace themselves, and so on. These folks got their heart rate up, which is not surprising to me. Yet it was a little surprising, because most of them were exercising 3 or more times a week. But yet Tabata, a lot of people are not doing. They're not really pushing their body to what their body's full potential is. Most folks are actually doing the same thing over and over, not challenged not only the muscles but cardiovascular as well. And Tabata was is an exercise modality that can show you that a lot can be accomplished in 4 minutes. So did 4 minutes of squats and 2 minutes of break to catch their breath, and I said, let's go for another round of Tabatas of push-ups. Some people chose to do that from the table, other people on the knees, other military style, whatever it was, right? It's still in that circle environment, and got to the middle of it, people were puffing. They're really puffing, and the HR says, hey, maybe we cut it short. So I ask folks, you want to continue or you want to keep going, right? And they says, let's stop right here. So I spoke a little bit more. I left the session. I was all pumped up because I felt really in the top of the world. I was giving value to those folks. They were very thankful for the time that we spent together. And that's where I shine. And I really feel excited when I feel like I'm adding value, and I know, especially being rewarded with kind words back. So I'm kind of, talking to the HR later on, thanking them and asking some feedback and so on. And then I get this message that they really appreciated the session. They learned quite a bit, yada, yada. However, there was a person in that group that actually sought in the middle of the session medical attention. I didn't see that person living. I know that everything I was doing was under control. I was alerting them, and everybody's fully responsible for their health and wellness, regardless if you have a coach leading the group saying keep going. You still have to listen to your body. So that kind of was surprising to me. I do not know who the person was in the group who actually had to leave. So anyway, making the story short, is my message to you today. This happens all the time. These were executives. These were people who work really hard. They're competitive. They have, they manage stress in whatever ways that they're managing, and most of them, like I said, are exercising. My message is this, folks. Please, 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 always listen to your body, okay? You have to take care of yourself. So be honest with yourself. Be honest with your health practitioners. Be honest with your trainers. Be honest with your coaches. Be honest with your general physician about your physical activity, about how you're pushing yourself, how you're eating, how you're sleeping, how your stress is. Don't sugarcoat that story, because this is important, right? It's important that you be honest with yourself where you are. Right? Because if you're not honest with yourself, others cannot help adequately, right? Number 2 is, I really need you to visit your doctor, because I honestly think that I was put into this person's, into this company and that specific person's life for a reason. And I'm gonna call a wake-up call. There's many people who came to my life for a wake-up call. Maria, listen to this. Maria, listen to that. Maria, do this. We never know who is going to show up in our lives, but I truly believe that my mission and my value, especially to that organization, to that session, was ultimately to save a life. Because there is no other explanation to it, right? Because everything that was done to run the session was done appropriately. And this person had a wake-up call. Just imagine if this person had actually to run from a circumstance. This person, God knows, could have incurred some cardiovascular issues, sitting, laying down, being behind the desk. In this short period of squats that this person did, which apparently left in the middle of the session, was enough to get the cardiovascular up and to actually worry enough to go and seek medical help, right? And this is a wake-up call, and I truly hope that this person will view that as a wake-up call to say, wow, I need some help. I do need to take better care of my health and my wellness. And also to think about his or her future as an individual, what legacy, what others are in their life, so they can be here in this world longer and healthier. So that is really what I believe, this situation happened for. So one is be honest. Two is visit your doctor, right? This person was basically going to the doctor because this situation happened. And, make sure that you're doing your annual physical. Okay, don't hide from that. It's a simple visit, okay? And if you need to do more in-depth, because a lot of times, when you get these results from your doctors, when you're considered normal in that distribution list, you're being compared to an average population. And I hate to say, but this the average population being compared with, it is overweight and obese and carrying a lot of, health problems. I personally don't want to be compared with that. So there's other ways that you can look and interpret those numbers, and that is doing functional blood chemistry analysis, and that's one of the services I do. If you're interested in learning more about it, great. Contact me, I'll be glad to do that. Send me your labs and we talk about it, and then we can talk about also other recommendations for you going forward. And you're going to discover there's a lot more than potentially your doctor is not seeing because they're looking into the normal kind of scale for you. So the other thing that I want to say very, very much is listen to your body. I don't care if you work in a competitive environment. I don't care if you're pushed to certain extremes at times. I do not care what's going on in your life. You have to care more about your body and your mind than anybody else, right? Maybe this person obviously stopped in the middle of the session and left the room, so at least was cognizant enough to say, hey, I gotta stop over here. But don't let the environment, right, dictate your habits. Don't let that dictate your actions either, especially when it comes to your health and your wellness, because the environment these days is not so positive when it comes to that, right? People are eating very unhealthily. They are not exercising much. They're sleeping poorly. They have very high levels of stress, and they're not doing much to combat or diminish it or manage that stress, right? They're kind of robotic in a way that, wake up in the morning, do the same things, and really the day passed by without actually thinking about self-care. So this is part of the environment. And if you're in an organization where it's competitive environment, sometimes your colleagues sometimes can have an influence on you. And when it comes to your health, again, I want you to listen to your body, because nobody has ears inside your body. Okay, that's lesson number 3. And lesson number 4 is take action today. In this video, I want you to ask right here, right now, how do you feel? Do you have good levels of energy when you're not using any substance, like stimulants, coffee, sugar, whatever it is to keep you awake and going during the day? Is your level of energy generally good without these stimulants? Do you feel stressed out? Do you feel like if you do certain levels of exercise, you are actually, or physical activity in general, that you feel tired, get tired quickly? Do you feel like, you're losing your mind, you're forgetful, that you kind of have brain fog, right? Or you're not present a lot of times, because you're so tired. You wake up in the morning already, oh my God, what's going to be today? Oh my God, I got all this stuff. You already wake up stressed out and tired a lot of times. Time out, folks. Time out. Please stop, reassess, right? And see where, put some goals regarding where you want to improve. And if you believe that, you need some help, get the help. If you want to try on your own, or you have been trying on your own, if you want to try on your own, go ahead and try it. Put some plans, get your accountability buddy, make some commitments to yourself and to others in your family and loved ones that say, hey, I'm going to go forward with this, I'm going to improve this. Could be even start with your hydration, I don't care. Eating more greens, right? Even some more fruit, lowering the alcohol intake, I don't care what it is. But, if you're listening to this video, you're smart enough. I believe that you have a lot of the answers. And a lot of times we kind of do this. We don't want to hear, we don't want to C, because it's going to be work. Work is going to be really hard if something happened. So I want you to take action today to prevent this wake-up calls like happened to this person, right? To prevent some health risks, right? We're all going to have risks in life, but don't let the time go by so all of a sudden it comes crashing on you. Because the body sends us signals every day. And a lot of times, just like I did for many, many years, I ignored. And for many, many years, I just didn't know enough. I knew a lot about other stuff, about my career, successful, yada, yada, right? But I kind of ignored health because, I was in my 30s and I was thinking, well, I can do this. I'm fine. No, folks, not fine, not fine. There is a lot more potential in you. There's a lot more potential in you, just like it was in me. And I want you to experience that. So take action today regarding a healthier you, because that is going to give you more energy for you to pursue better and bigger things, right, in your life. So just in summary, here's what I would like you to do, okay? Today, I want you to be honest always with yourself, where you stand with your health. To yourself and also to the others around you, your coaches, your trainers, your doctors, your practitioners, whoever it is in your life. Be honest with you and be honest with them about your habits, about your convictions, about your physicality. Don't lie about that. Don't omit either, right? Tell the truth. Be truthful to yourself as well. It starts all within ourselves. 2 is visit a doctor. Get your annual. And if you want to get deeper, consult me or others who are doing functional blood chemistry analysis. I also do genetic testing, can combine those 2 things, and it's an amazing kind of work, okay, that can give a lot of insight. And if you wonder, well, I'm far away from you, Marie, it doesn't matter because I work with anybody, anywhere in the world, as long as we have an internet connection. Okay, number 3 is listen to your body, right? Listen to your body. Nobody has ears inside you. So start with number 1, be honest with yourself. Listen, okay? It's sending signals every day. Don't ignore them. There's so long we can ignore, but don't ignore anymore. If something has been going on and you know it inside you that has been going on, please stop. Number 4 is taking action today. Take one thing you can improve from your mindset, mindfulness, from your stress level, from your sleep, from your nutrition, hydration, physical activity. Take one simple step. It always starts with one simple step. So please don't fall into getting this wake-up call in an unexpected scenario and circumstance in life. Be in charge, be in control. So that's my message for you today. And if there is anything that I can motivate you, inspire you, give you shed some light, or help you, regarding any of these lifestyle areas that we're talking about, please do not hesitate to contact me. Right? Schedule a session, it's complimentary, or give me a call and we can put you on a calendar. Again, my mission is to use my voice and my words to transform people's lives like yours. Right? It's to influence your choices so you can feel empowered and proud every day about your choices, and you have bursting energy. Right? And ultimately, God knows, can save a life, can save your life, and you become a catalyst to save other people's lives. So that's my mission. So if I can be any help to you or any others in your life, reach out. In the meantime, take care of yourself and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.